What's up everyone, this is Adam Pecoraro and thanks for clicking on our video. We got a fun one for you today. It's an ab, core, and cardio workout. This workout is 20 minutes and you need a wooden dowel or an aerobic step. But don't you worry, if you don't have those things, everything can be done without, and I'll explain as we go along. Today's workout is going to be led by Cardle. She's a certified personal trainer, registered dietitian, black belt martial artist, Orange Theory head coach, awesome human being, and my friend. So let's get ready to exercise. Now in today's workout, we'll give you the next exercise during the rest interval. So if you don't have a dowel, what we're going to do is just simply a crutch. And all you gotta do is lift your shoulders and if possible, your ribs. If you do have a dowel, you wanna try to transfer it from your ankles back to your hands and over your head. We're gonna be doing maximum reps as our goal for this first exercise, and you have 1 minute. We're simply using a 4-foot closet dowel. Do you have a broom at home? Do you have a mop? Boy, I hope so. You could use that instead. All the dowel does is provide a little bit of fun and more muscle recruitment. Now, whenever you do abdominal exercises, it's less important the amount of reps you do and more important that you feel them. There's a very famous quote from boxer Muhammad Ali where he says, "The only abs I count are the ones that hurt because they're the only ones that do count." And what he means by that is in order to get benefit, you have to feel the burn. So mindfully try to compress your abs, pull your stomach in, and then go through your best range of motion. More range of motion is more intense, but there's slow twitch muscle fibers in the abdominals, so slower with more concentrated effort of time under tension will yield better results than going as fast as humanly possible to get a high rep count. And now we're gonna rest. So exercise number 2, we're gonna use an aerobic step. Now you can do this with risers or without, and if you don't have a step, all you're gonna do is the same motion she demonstrates, stepping across your floor. This is a 1-2 log hop and then elbow to knee. So she steps together and apart, does the same thing the opposite way, and then opposite elbow to knee. The goal is to try to do 10 reps on each side. So we just go one way until we hit 10, and then we'll transition to go the opposite way. All right, so far so good. Back on the floor. Exercise number next is in and out, left to right. If you're using a dowel, you'll anchor it on the ground. And as your legs go in and out, they angle slightly to the left, slightly to the right of the dowel. And then the dowel moves the opposite of your feet to counterbalance. It's a great way to get a little bit more muscle recruitment and help you with balance and stability while you work your core. The rep goal for this is 30. Now, if you want to do it without the dowel, you're simply going to get more core recruitment, because if you want to work the core, you have to unbalance. And if you have a difficult time doing that, put your hands on the ground behind your hips. Okay, so now we're going back to the step. We're going to be working a plank, and we're going to step forward and step back, dropping down and then back up. So why use a step if you can do everything across the floor? It gives you a little bit more range of motion, a higher sense of agility, and I think a greater sense of focus because you have to be mindful of where you're stepping and how you're stepping, otherwise you might trip. Without the step, we just move forward and back on the floor about an inch, simply to unbalance, and your goal is to stay as stable as possible. The rep goal is 20, so moving forward and back would be 1 rep. Exercise number next is good old in and outs, but slightly different than what we previously did. We're going to put the dowel across our ankles, recline with our hands on the ground. Now with the dowel across our ankles, it doesn't really add too much weight, but what it does do is force a bit more muscle recruitment to keep it balanced. It doesn't have to be perfectly level to get the benefit, you just want it to not fall. You can do this exercise the exact same way Kate is without the dowel and still get great benefit. The rep goal for this exercise is 30. There's a tremendous amount of legs, especially in the hip flexors and quadriceps in this workout. So if they're burning, that's okay, they're supposed to. But mindfully squeeze your abs when you pull your knees in. Exercise number next is an alternating toe tap. So we want to try to do 100 of these. Without the step, you just keep your weight on the back foot and front tap the ground. Now what you can also do to intensify this workout is add risers to your step, which will give you a harder challenge for your legs as far as range of motion. Next exercise is to row the boat. Now we want to try to keep our heels up with a reclined torso. If you can't do this with your heels up, put them down and keep the torso reclined. I like to separate the hands far on the dowel and do slow motion with mindful rotation. You're not just trying to transition the dowel from left to right, you're trying to turn your torso left to right. This is a maximum rep exercise. back on the step, and hopscotch. We're gonna call on those fundamentals from elementary school. But it's a great exercise because number one, excellent single leg stability, great plyometrics, and agility, plus you can improve your coordination. A way to modify this is to simply step to one leg and then step down to 2 feet and alternate as you go. The rep goal is 50, and we're counting the single leg steps. Exercise number next is a Russian twist. Now, because of the intense leg activity in this workout, we're gonna go ahead and put our heels on the ground. The dowel is gonna be between our toes, arches of the feet, or heels, depending on your height. And you're going to twist left hip, twist right hip, as much as your spine and hip mobility allows. The rep goal here is 30. Exercise number next is a squat thrust, and then we hop on and hop off of our step. Without the step, you would simply hop forward and back on the ground. Now keep your eyes on your technique. You wanna make sure you do a deep squat, back to plank, back in, and then we come up, onto the step, off to the step. 15 is the rep goal, and the nature of this exercise is high anaerobic intensity. Last exercise on your back. We're gonna hollow and upward drive. So Kate keeps her heels up, her shoulders up, and she drives towards the ceiling. Now this is a great exercise for your abs, but as I've said previously, your legs, oh man, your legs are getting a killer workout, aren't they? So your quadriceps and your hip flexors are gonna scream. If you need to, put your heels down and continue with the upward drive. Now, last exercise is kind of interesting. We're gonna break the time code that we've established and go for 3 minutes. We're gonna go slowly through a superwoman. And what Kate's gonna do with the dowel is a lat pull down when she lifts her heels and lifts her chest. Now, without the dowel, you can do the exact same motion, and you can modify by keeping your toes on the ground. We don't want you to hurt your back, but we do want to strengthen it, and that's why I want to do this exercise. We had so many things from our back where we're folding forward, like a sit-up or a crunch. It's nice to do the opposite motion. And since we did have so many forward bends, we're going to go 3-minute finisher, just to do our diligence and give our back a nice overload. But again, we want to go slow and controlled. She lifts, retracts, comes back over the head, and then puts it down. And congratulations, gang, that is the workout. Hey, do me a favor, like this video, hit the thumbs up button to like this video, leave a comment, and if you haven't already, please, pretty please, subscribe to our channel. That way you're notified every single time we upload a brand new video. I hope you have a great rest of your day. See you next time.